What's good, beautiful people? Coach Gaines here. You see, we at the home gym, Flex Gym in Woodland Hills. And we hitting legs today, all right? I'm not gonna lie to you and act like I filmed this intro before the workout. I just got done and it's real, okay? Come in ready to work, pay attention to the cues. I got the sets and reps in the description. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what other muscle groups you want me to hit, what other types of workouts or just content you wanna see on my YouTube. Let's get these gains. We got a nice little dynamic warm up. Now I'm using swings and lateral lunges to really make sure my body is ready to go, to move some heavy weight, get the heart rate up, get the blood flowing. So we got swings for 15. I'm using a 62-pound kettlebell, and then going right into lateral lunges for 6 each leg. Again, different ranges of motion, making sure my body is just ready because we're gonna go into a heavy squat after this. All right, so one thing about swings, it's all about creating momentum and making sure it's coming from the hips. A lot of people end up a little armsy and we're raising with our arms too much. So get into a nice hinge. I like to start off with the kettlebell in front of me and almost hike it up to get the momentum started. And then my hips are gonna be what keeps it moving. So from here, nice flat back, push the hips back. All I'm doing is hiking, and then my hips pop to bring it forward here. There's a slight bend in the knees at all times, but not a squat. Notice how I'm hinging. Think about your RDLs, your deadlifts, things like that. It's a hinge, not a squat, okay? My hips are what's creating the momentum, making sure to pop, really load hamstrings and glutes as I hinge, pop the hips forward. And the big thing is making sure we keep the core tight when we pop, okay? That way we don't hyperextend that lower back, and I'm not popping here. Sometimes you try and squeeze the glutes so tight that you overextend and the chest comes up. So we really keep that rib cage down. The abs are staying tight, so we can't move past this midline as we pop the hips. Core is everything. That's what protects your lower back. Now into those lateral lunge. We're going each side. I'm a little less mobile on my left side, but that's even more reason for me to work one at a time. That's how you work through imbalances and weaknesses. When you have one side that's off, do a lot more single leg movements. And again, different planes of motion. Working this lateral lunge here versus everything being straight or 2 foot. Make sure you get some rotation in and some lateral movement. All right, no more excuses, y'all. We're just working. All right, I'm gonna get more YouTube videos for you. No more bullshit. Just work. I'm doing the work anyway. Might as well share it with y'all. All right. So we're gonna do a nice little pyramid here, getting heavier with each set. We're starting off with 15 reps here. Then we're gonna go 12, then 10, then 8, and then 6. After that 6, I'm gonna probably do a nice little drop set to finish it off, all right? So we're starting here with 15. Let's work. No excuses, just gains, baby. That's what we're here for. 15 with 2 plates. Let's go 12, with 3 plates. Low key, I should be adding a plate every time. Now notice I'm going reverse on the hack squat. That's so my hips are allowed to push back, which is gonna let my glutes get more involved, versus if my back was in a fixed position, laid against here, it put a lot more stress on the quads. So you can work 2 different focuses on the same movement. Again, I'm turning around, doing it reverse on the hack squat. Let's go, 3 plates, we're going 12. Again, searching for good depth, keep in form. I think one of the biggest things that I see here when you go down is a lot of people first push their hips too far away, too much of a hinge. All right, let's make sure we brace that core, keep the head straight in that neutral position. And when we squat, we're going more down, okay? Now you're gonna have a slight hinge, and you may notice it even a little bit more as the weight gets heavier, but that's kind of your indication to either go down in weight or just make sure you're protecting yourself. Last thing you want is to load that lower back too much. Eat greedy, gang. It's only weight. Just move it. Come on. It's only weight. Hot 10. Let's go. Oh yeah. Stack him up. We're running out of room, y'all. All right, next we're going 5 plates for 8. At the top, similar to how we talked about on that kettlebell swing. Same thing, when I squat, I'm keeping my core braced, and when I get to the top, I'm here. Squeezing the glutes, but squeezing the abs. Don't squeeze so much to where we end up here, okay? Your rib cage can be a good indicator. Your head going up, your shoulders rolling back. Stay tight, down, okay? Have a belt to help you stay braced as well. Especially if you've been struggling with bracing. With a belt on, you'll probably go 20, 30 pounds heavier just by having that extra stability, that extra core being tight. It's not about the weight, it's about the work. Remember that. All right, if these is 510s on there and you working, you winning. All I want is your best effort. That's all I can ask for, okay? And can't nobody measure that but you. At the end of the workout, you gotta look in the mirror and know if you got a good workout in. That's between you and you. This is why it's a journey. And it's no matter who you're working out with, who your trainer is, whatever, you gotta be able to answer to yourself. This teaches you to develop that discipline. This teaches you to be accountable to yourself. So give your best effort always. Your progress will not only be faster, but it'll develop habits that you can translate into every part of your life. That's what we're here for. This shit ain't just for the gym. These games for everywhere. Come on. Do the hard thing. We got 8. Do the hard things, y'all. Whew. Do the hard things. So when it get hard outside the gym, you already prepared for it. You're conditioned for it. You've already went through it. You've been through the fire. You know it's hot, but you withstood it. All right? You was able to finish the set. You was able to finish the workout. You was able to wake up the next day and do it again. Habits. These are the habits we develop in the gym. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know it's heavy when you start counting them. Gotta make sure it's balanced on each side. Yo, let's work. Let's work. Hot 6. Come on, same depth, same form. If the form fails, then we go lighter. All right? That's our indication. Form, not weight. Come on, stay locked in. Core. Let's go. Hey. 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 Ooh. 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 I felt that one. Hot damn. All right, that was 6. Oh, come on. We want some more. We want some more. Take it off. Every step of the way. Sheesh. Sometimes you look a little crazy. And you're talking to yourself, but I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to you. Come on, be here with me. We got another 6. 3 plates. Hey, 3 plates. Come on. What we here for? We're here for these gains. Ooh wee. We're here for these gains. 2 plates. Back at where we started. 2 plates. Back at where we started. Come on, little baby. Oh yeah. Back at where we started. But you know what? How do we finish? Better than we started. All right. Come on. One more. 1 plate. Cakewalk. Let's go. It's 1 plate. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. Let's fight a little bit. I want 15. 15 to finish. 15 to get out. Let's go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 9. Oh my. Oh my. Yes, Lord. Go through the fire, man. You got to get to that point of pain to build up a tolerance. Then you don't hurt no more. But you got to go through it. Do the hard thing, all right? Challenge yourself. Challenge brings change, all right? That's what this is for. Because if it don't translate outside, what is it for? If you look good but feel like shit inside, what you doing? Come on, games mentality. Hey, one thing I can guarantee, it's way easier to make an excuse than it is to do the work. It's way easier to make an excuse than it is to make gains. You feel me? You've seen the shirt, no excuses, just gains. It's way easier. We're here for the hard things. We're here for the hard things. At this point, you're probably pretty fatigued, all right? I would definitely recommend putting on a belt at this point. Your core is probably tired. Legs definitely tired, okay? We're gonna go a little heavier, not too much, like a moderate weight on RDLs. I'm only going 8 reps, okay? Again, we're pretty fatigued from that drop set. I wanna make sure I'm maintaining form. That's most important than anything, okay? I think the biggest thing that I see when it comes to RDLs or hinging movements in general is the first movement going down, okay? That's wrong, okay? Once we get that slight bend in our knees, our first movement is to push, okay? You can have a slight bend, but when you push, we're pushing away, don't go down. That's your first indication that you're wrong, down, okay? Slight bend, feet shoulder width, tighten those arms next to your lats, really keep the shoulders down, slight bend, push. I'm actually not mad at that. I think I'll stay at that weight. When you get to the bottom, make sure those shoulders aren't rolling forward. That's another indicator. Sometimes your upper body can't handle it, but your lower can. Yo, if you can master the hinge, you can do damn near anything. Okay, remember, as you hinge, we're loading the hamstrings and glutes. If you feel all that pressure in your lower back, whatever movement you started with was probably wrong, okay? You could have been rounded at the top, you could have been squatting first, whatever it is. Make sure when you push, that first thing you feel is hamstrings and glutes loading. And then you go to the end range as far as you can there. That may not be to the ground. You could be fully loaded just below the knee. Find that range, okay? You don't have to get all the way to the ground. And most times you're pushing past where you should go anyway. Feel that load and just rep it out. All right, we'll always have a slight bend. Feel that push. Here's our first movement, push. All right, not down. Core is still gonna stay tight too. Okay, especially at the top of the movement, just like on our swings, just like on our squats. We don't wanna end up here. Our core stays down and tight, and that's how we prevent that. All right, Eat greedy gang. Let's go. Hey, come on. Let's go. I did stay at the same weight. Typically I would go up, but again, coming out off of so many reps on that squat, I feel myself being a little bit fatigued. So I know yours is gonna be, okay? So make sure you strap up with that belt or just go at a weight where you know you can control, all right? And that's why we're doing 3x8 here. Come on, easy. All right, we got 2 big compound movements back to back. Let's go ahead and throw in an accessory. A little something different here. Again, we are focusing on glutes. So, shout out to my man, Brett Contreras, the glute guy, glute doctor. I forgot what he called himself, but he got a whole book on glutes and I have it. But we're gonna try this out. I seen him review someone else's exercise and post this. So, instead of the normal sitting back, we're gonna actually put the feet on top, really have the more weight shifted to your heels, right? And I want you to drive up into a bridge. Still keep the core tight. We're looking down like a normal bridge. Now from here, we're gonna kick out. Ooh wee. Yeah. Ladies, tap in. That's for you. All right, we're going 3x15 there. Okay, core tight, stay down. Ooh, I went a little heavier. Oh Lord, okay. The glutes. It wouldn't be glutes without some sort of thrust. Let's get it. We're going into single leg. Now for me, I know I have an imbalance. My hip is tight on my left side and my glute isn't firing as hard. So I'm doing a lot more single leg stuff to make sure that I strengthen or I'm not overcompensating on one side. So I'm gonna start with that weaker side first. All right, we're coming here. I'm gonna throw a little rotation in. Again, the athlete in me just wants to move. So I'm gonna go a drop squat with a 90-degree turn. We'll go 12 reps total, just body weight. Okay, so from here, yo, I'm recording right here. Do you mind being in frame or I could wait in between sets?
Oh.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, if you're recording, yeah, sure. I mean,
no, you're good. I just making sure.
If you don't mind.
No. Whatever you want.
You're good.
Yeah. If you don't want to be in it, I'll wait till you're done and swap in.
You're sure.
All right, cool. Just making sure, bro. Look, you were like perfectly in frame. That's why I was like, let me make sure he's cool with it.
Yeah. Where are you recording from?
The camera right here.
I didn't notice. I didn't see a phone there, and I was like,
yeah.
I realized after I walked by that I probably walked right.
No, yeah, you're fine. No problem with that. I'm just making sure you're okay. Again, focusing on single leg. That whole left side on me, man, has really been bothering me. So hamstring, glute, hip. I want to really isolate and work one side at a time. Being a little more explosive up and controlling down. Ooh. Oh my. Yo, that left side ain't no joke. I feel like that shit want to grab so bad. Ew. If you know anything about that hamstring grabbing, you don't want no smoke. Trust me. I done popped my shit in a full sprint before. Take care of your body, man. I didn't do it younger. When I popped my hamstring, I didn't rehab it long enough. Same thing with my ankle. I had a high ankle sprain that lingered for like 5 years, but I was chasing a scholarship, so I was like, shit, I gotta be on the field to get film. I came back after like 2 weeks when I was supposed to be out for 6, and that shit ended up lingering. I mean, I played through it, but I was pretty much in pain for like 5 years. It's crazy. Just extra tape, a little ibuprofen or something before the game. I come from an era where rub some dirt on it was medical advice. From, are you hurt or are you injured? Well, shit, you sound like you're challenging me, so I'm just hurt. I'll be all right. Let me catch my breath. I'll go back. A lot of injuries happen like that. But hey, once you know better, you got to do better. So take care of your body. So one thing I thought about today that I want to start doing, I want to do calves at the beginning of my workout, and I meant to do that today and I forgot because I wasn't going to hit legs. But start hitting calves at the beginning of my leg days and really like every other day from now on just to build them up. I never really put a lot of emphasis on my calves specifically for growth, more so for functionality, a lot of jump rope, a lot of stairs, a lot of sprints, things like that. But it's a different ball game when you really focus on growing the muscle. So within that, here, I'm just looking to get as much stretch as I can at the bottom, as much extension as I can at the top, and then controlling on the way down. So this, again, is more for growth rather than the repetition and the endurance that I get from jump rope, applied metrics, sprints. You're gonna be working your calves in those as well. But here, if you wanna put on size, it's slow to grow, just like any other muscle. I wanna know something? I've had these headphones and I haven't had music playing this entire time. You know, not one lick of music. I mean, I felt like it was gonna drown out my thoughts. I was trying to make sure I was able to articulate properly to you guys. In my mind, I really envision y'all right here with me. So when I do the explaining or find those moments of motivation, I want to be able to get them to you rather than focusing on the music, because the work gonna get done. I've been doing that long enough to where it's gonna get done regardless. I can tap in. My motivation is feeling like I'm helping somebody, that one of you are gonna benefit from this, at least one. That's my motivation. That makes me do that extra rep, that extra set, add that extra weight, give that extra effort, because it's bigger than me. I'm here to help someone else, help motivate and inspire you to push yourself, to chase these gains. That's gains mentality, baby. And that, my friends, is a wrap.